You know, it really is amazing to me how fascinated people are with the end of the world. You know, I think that in some ways we're more fascinated with the end of the world than we are with living in the world. And I suspect that part of that is because we all sense that maybe there is something missing. We're not getting the whole story somehow. We're looking for something to kind of complete us in a way. And often it isn't until we get something strange or unexpected or a turn of events that comes into our life in a way that changes things, that opens our eyes up to what that something missing might actually be. Larry Walters was one of those people who felt it, and there was something that he wanted to do more than anything else in life, and that was to fly. From the time that he was a kid, he thought, I just want to go up. But he was a blue-collar guy living in a blue-collar town, and he was working in a blue-collar job. And so he would go to work every day, and he would come back, and he would sit in his backyard in one of those aluminum lawn chairs, the kind with the plastic ribbon and the rivets that let you kind of fold it up, and it has the plastic armrests and whatnot. And he would sit there, and he had a little target range set up in his backyard, and a BB gun, and he'd sit there, and he'd pop at that target every once in a while with a six-pack of beer beside him, right? And he'd watch the planes go overhead. And one day, he got an idea. He went down to the Army-Navy surplus store and bought 45 surplus weather balloons, attached them to his aluminum lawn chair, filled them up with helium, sat in the armchair with his BB gun so that he could shoot out the weather balloons one by one, and when he wanted to come down, took along a six-pack of beer because you don't want to get thirsty, peanut butter sandwich because you don't want to get hungry. And then he took off. He went straight up. And by the time they saw him on the radar screen at the Los Angeles International Airport, he was going straight up through the approach corridor to the Los Angeles International Airport, hit 11,000 feet, and then started drifting with the winds. And as you can imagine, this was big news in Los Angeles, and all the eyewitness trucks started following him wherever he went. And after a while, he started shooting the balloons out one by one, and he descended. Got hung up in some high-tension wires. But he was okay. He's okay. He's dangling there, and all the world seemed to turn out underneath him, his feet. He's got all these trucks and all these paparazzi. Suddenly he's a celebrity, and they're shouting questions up at him from the newscasters. And they say, Larry, why in the world did you do it? And Larry says, well, you can't just sit there. Larry, hey, are you glad you did it? Oh, yeah. Larry, would you do it again? Oh, no way. No way. Larry, were you scared? He says, wonderfully so. Imagine Larry Walters, all of his life. He's lived in this flat earth, essentially a two-dimensional world where he can move left, right, forward, and backward. And that's all he's ever known. And then one glorious day, he finds another dimension, and he goes straight up. Suddenly now he's looking at the world from this new perspective, and he's never the same after that. And he can never view the world the same after that. And he can never view his life the same, because now he has completely new context from which to view it. Robert Monroe, who started the Monroe Institute, used to say that what we do is we give people a different overview. We give a different perspective on life, and so everything changes from that perspective. It's all new. It's all wondrous. It is possible for us as ordinary people to begin to move into extraordinary ranges of perspective, to begin to see our life anew, and to begin to see new possibilities and new wonder and new mystery where we never thought it was before. For you see, this physical world can light up in a splendorous wonder. And not only that, but we as human beings have the ability to move into transcendent dimensions that are beyond our wildest imagination. And it is an experience that makes all the difference in the world.